Thank you, Sudarshana. As she has already mentioned that the NEP emphasis on the activity-based and experiential learning and wants every one of us to shift towards the competency-based education. So the main purpose of creating that syllabus was for our teachers to actually identify which learning outcomes are targeted through the textbooks that they are referring. So right now, when we have actually shifted towards NCRT, and when each chapter has been opened in the classroom, the teachers have an understanding ki, okay, this chapter will cover these many learning outcomes, and this learning out after completion of this chapter, my child, my student should be able to understand all and should be able to identify and connect with those outcomes. So now, once we have mapped these textbooks with the LOs, the next step is to assess them on those bases. So even for our teachers to actually identify, so it should not be the case that one single learning outcome is assessed over throughout the year, because we don't have a segregation or a separation between which outcome has been covered essentially with which chapter. So the next step after creating the syllabus was definitely creating the framework for assessments based on the learning outcomes that were covered in those chapters. So the initial work was actually started in the workshop where the mapping was done itself, and was further continued. And last 12th to 15th March, another workshop solely based on assessment blueprints were conducted, in which again the DERT faculties, diet faculties, and school teachers, along with Reach to Teach, we all together worked together, came together and worked upon developing this framework. So I'll deep dive in what this framework consists of.